Last year, my boyfriend and I went on a vacation. We stayed at a strange hotel room, divided into 3 smaller sections, each with its own bed. That night, after a small argument, we slept in separate areas. Around 1 a.m., I suddenly woke up. I washed my face, sat on the shared bed, and started scrolling on my phone. Then someone knocked on the door. It was food from room service. I thought my boyfriend ordered it, so I took it. Soon after, someone knocked again. This time, a well-dressed woman in her 50s was at the door with 2 young boys. She said her daughter was in the hospital and asked if I could watch her boys for 30-40 minutes. It felt strange, but I somehow said yes and let them in. They sat on the bed while I turned on the TV, but they didn't speak. I asked them questions, but they just stared at me without blinking. Their faces were disturbing. Their eyes, noses, and mouths didn't look like they belonged to the same face. I gave them the food. Even while eating, they didn't take their eyes off me. I turned to the minibar to get them some water. When I turned back, they were no longer sitting on the bed. They had silently walked closer to me and were smiling. But it wasn't a normal smile. It was the most terrifying smile I've ever seen. I froze. I couldn't scream. I couldn't move. Then I heard the sound of a door opening from my room, but the door was already open. As soon as the sound came, both their heads tilted at the same time, one to the right, the other to the left. Their gaze shifted to the room behind me. I gathered all my strength and looked back. They were standing in the doorway, watching me. When I realized I could scream, I screamed as loud as I could. They simply watched me and then slammed the door shut. My legs gave out. I crawled to my boyfriend's room and tried to scream for him, but my voice was barely audible. When he woke up, we went back to the shared room. I drank some water but suddenly spat out black ants. We checked the security cameras. The woman had entered the hotel alone. There were no children with her. The police later found her. She didn't remember visiting my room. The most disturbing part? I had turned on the TV for the boys, but the TV was broken. No one believed me. They said I imagined it. But I know what I saw. This story has no ending.